Hey guys, I'm in the little corner over here so that I can show you a 3D printed version of the. Let's see if I can find the camera. Here we go. Okay, so that is what I'm looking for, something like this. There's a couple things that I made a mistake with because I was trying to do this quick to show you guys. One is, or the biggest thing is, I have no way to hang it, right? So I didn't put a circle at the top with with a hole, so there's no way to hang it. It is, if I take it apart, you'll see it's two pieces, and then you have that little slit down the middle so that they can slide together. So that measurement that's really important is the 1/8 of an inch. That's the width of the wood, which in decimal points would be, you can do 1 divided by 8 and it'll work, or 0.125. So you'll see that on the slides. It's got all that on there. But that will allow it to slide together and give you this shape that we're looking for, that 3D shape. All right, so I'm going to show you how to kind of make something over here, and we're going to go through it. So I'm going to stop the webcam because I don't think you guys have to see me throughout this whole thing. But I just wanted to show you it is possible, and you are looking for that. The one other thing I do want to show you actually is, if I can find a piece of paper. I didn't think to have this ready. When you're making a snowflake, you would have a square piece of paper, right? And then you would fold it. And then you'd fold it again. And then you would fold it at an angle again. Right? And that's how you would make a paper snowflake, right? So if it's easier for you to kind of think through the geometry with it, you may want to use a piece of paper and some scissors. I'll drop some off in the classroom. I'm gonna give like the kids scissors. But like, you can go ahead and make something. Don't leave trash all over the lab, please. And then from there, it'll help you make, the shapes you want. All right, so I'm gonna stop the camera now. All right, so I'm going into Onshape, and I'm just gonna go to Create, Document. I want you to do your last name, underscore first name, and then you're gonna call this Snowflake Challenge. All right, we're gonna hit OK. And when you go to make the shapes, I'll tell you, they get a little crazy. So for this demo, I'm gonna go pretty simple, and if you're one of those people that needs to go simple, that's okay. So remember, that shape we're doing is really like from here. Oops. Just do that because I can't use escape because it's part of it. To here? No, wait, we split it in half and then we split it in half. I would say maybe like here, right? So when you're making a snowflake, you're really working with this triangle here, this in between. We could even put some dimensions on this. So we know that it has to be 3 inches or less. So in order for me to do this one, I'm gonna make it 1.5, and I'm gonna put space IN. So even though I'm in millimeters, I am gonna do it in inches. I do want you to keep it in millimeters. And the reason I want you to keep it in millimeters is because the laser reads stuff in millimeters and it goes all crazy when you do it in inches. So please just type in 1.5 space IN, and that'll give you your inches, and you'll get 38.1 millimeters. So you could also just type in 38.1 and you'd be good. And the other thing we're looking at is what is the degrees between these two lines. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on this, and that gives you this, right? Well, we know that a right angle is 90 degrees, so this is going to be 45, right? It's half of it. All right, now that we have that, we essentially have the shape that we're going to draw inside. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do like, maybe I'll do like this. One of the things I noticed too, you know what, maybe I'll do first. No, I want to do it last. Is we need to do that little slot, right, that they're going to fit together. So I'm just going to go like that and go up here. I kind of want it to come to a point, and then I'm just going to go back down so I have that solid piece. I'm going to put a circle on the end just for fun. didn't do that with the other one. I think that would be kind of neat. So I'm just bringing that circle out to that spot, right? Now I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and take trim and trim away anything that is not really part of, like I want it to just be this outside pattern, right? And then I'm going to fill in that little spot there that I'm missing. So now it's solid, so that's cool. The other thing I might do is for the pattern, I'm going to go ahead and do another circle. Go inside here. And then trim away all that other stuff. So based on this, we now have, we shouldn't have any line there, right? Yeah. This shape. Okay. Well, what am I going to do now? I'm going to pattern it. So the first pattern that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to mirror. I'm going to pick, the first thing you do with mirrors, you always pick that reflection moment, right? That line that's going to reflect it. So I'm going to click on that. Then I'm going to click on, I'm actually going to take my mouse and I'm going to just drag a square so it selects everything. And then it pops it across. That's looking kind of cool. So the next to the mirror tool is this linear pattern. I don't want linear pattern, so I'm going to go to the drop down and I'm going to pick circular pattern. And then I'm going to highlight, ooh, I might have had, I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, it did. Okay, it worked fine. Sometimes you have to pick something first. So it made a circular pattern, but there's only 3 of them. So if you see this, like, it says 3x here. So I'm just going to pull that up so you can see it a little better. And I'm going to double click on that 3x. And I'm going to go with 6 maybe? Let's see if 6 is good. Yeah, I like 6. 6 is working for me. I'm a little nervous about in the center. I feel like this stuff might all get stuck. If that makes sense. I'm going to hit enter so that all that stuff is solid and we have this piece. See how everything comes down in a very sharp piece? Think about when I make this. I don't know that that'll work. So what I'm going to do, just to make it easier for us, is I'm going to go ahead and just draw a circle here. There it goes. I think it. Maybe like there. All right. And then the last thing I have to do, and I'm going to have to do a lot of taking away of things, but I'm going to do that in a minute, but is I have to put in that strip that's going to allow us to cut away in order to feed them together. So I'm going to go up here and make a rectangle and bring it down to the center. I do believe that this rectangle is not what it needs to be. I'm fully aware of that, but I'm just going to make this happen. And then I'll go back and I'll dimension it. So dimension. And the width of it is going to be in inches again, because that's what I was doing everything in. So 0.125 space IN gives me my inches. So that gives me the rectangle in this shape. What just happened? Look, it changed the pattern. You gotta watch out for that, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is where it gets a little crazy. So it tied itself right here, see? And because it did that, it then decided to move everything. You know, my pattern moved everywhere. I want to be able to move this. So if this, see how it's connected? Why is that happening? What does it look like it's connected to? Maybe I'll undo and redo my rectangle. I have a better idea. What are the parameters of the rectangle? I'm going to do it over here. Because then we can just add it in. Oh, there goes the sound. Sorry, that fan is so loud. So it is 0.125 inches. And then in this direction, it is 1.5 space inches. So that gives me that size that I need. And now when I put it, I can move it around and I'll be okay. So I'll hit, oh no, I can't hit escape. So I'll hit that. And then I'll go ahead and I'll move this to the center so that it's interesting. It tied itself to something still, even though I didn't want it to. All right, so that will cut that out for me and give me what I need. What do I need to do now? I have to start deleting a lot of the stuff that's in here so that it'll work. Now, when you go to delete something, if something goes red, just do backspace, and instead of deleting it, make it a construction line. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and use trim, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to click on this. And so that's what I'm just going through, and I'm trimming anything that I can, and you'll start to see it move away. If it moves away, you know that you're doing what you need to do. This one I feel like I kind of want that little indent to still be there, so I'm going to do that. Okay. And then down here, I want to go ahead and actually everything within here needs to be deleted, unless for some reason I wanted to make like a little pattern inside that circle, which I could, but for now this is a demo. I don't want to go too complicated. Uh-oh, something went wrong. Okay, so Control Z. Oh, that's right, I can't do that. Okay, so right, that looks good. Uh-oh. Okay. So if you're at this point, you might want to just fast forward through it. Obviously, I'm going to keep going because I need to. I see what I did. I'm going to go back a little further because I accidentally deleted the that extension part that I need for where it cuts out. All right, so now trim. So like I said, just fast forward over this. You get the idea. You got to really think about what you want to stay solid. Remember, guys, we're burning, there's the bell. We're burning just all the lines. So if you have a line that's there that shouldn't be there and it cuts it, then you don't have what you need. Then that's a problem, right? So you got to be able to think through where these are. I'm going to stop here, even though I need to keep going, because I want to show you the next part, and I don't want to run too long with this. And also the bell rang. We're gonna assume that all this is kind of right, even though obviously I still need to delete some stuff. Okay, so when you get to this point, hit check. Remember, if you can see, I've done everything in sketch 1. I don't have multiple sketches, but like, see this line here? I would have to go back and fix that because when you run it would cut right through that and then you'd have it cut off. When you're done, when everything is the way you want it, you're going to right click on that sketch 1 and you're going to go to DXF, export as DXF DWG. You're going to make sure that it's DXF. The version, I have 2004 right now that seemed to work. You could try different versions. The biggest thing is that you have your settings in millimeters. So even if you did everything in inches, go back and do it in millimeters. Sorry, the bell, the thing's going. I do want you to put your name here. So you do have to fill this in. Put your last name, underscore first name, and then, you can put snowflake or whatever. I'll know by that, so that I'm not as worried about. But if you don't have your name, and I have 75 of these, we're going to have a problem. So name, file name should have your name. DXF, version 2004 works, download. So I'm going to hit export, and now it's downloaded to my computer. So I'm going to go over to Canvas. I'm going to go into the assignment. Okay, Snowflake Challenge. And then if you scroll to the bottom, see I see must submit a DXF file. So when you scroll to the bottom, you should be able to, I have to be in student view. You should see a spot where you can then upload that. So here you go. So we go to the rocket ship. And remember, you just downloaded it to your main computer. So you're going to upload it there. And then I have the DXS file to run. Remember, everything needs to be ready before you upload this. If I run it and it doesn't work, we're not going to do it again. It's a waste of material. Or if it looks like it's not going to work, we're not going to do it. Because again, it would be a waste of material. So make sure you have everything correct and you'll be good to go. All right, guys, good luck. Have fun. Enjoy this.